Alright people, we stayed in my last video with the house movies. Now the next one is The House by the Cemetery, a Lucio Fulci classic. Love the cover artwork on this one, really incredible, and the movie is also a really good one. Next up is the House of X remake. Really like this movie. It's a really fun slasher, and I loved it to see Paris Hilton get killed, by the way. Still need to get the original Vincent Price movie. The Howling, the original movie. This DVD has been out of print here in the Netherlands. It's also been released as a 2-disc version with some extras. Still don't know if that one is worth checking out. And The Howling has also been released on Blu-ray here in the Netherlands, and I still don't know if I should buy the Blu-ray disc edition of this one, because I already own this DVD, and well, I like the movie, but it's not one of my favorites or anything. And I don't know for sure if the Blu-ray contains some of the extras which has been put on the 2 DVD release of The Howling. So if anyone of you knows if the Dutch Blu-ray edition of The Howling has some extras or anything, please let me know, because I still am hesitating to give this one a Blu-ray update. Now next up are some of the Howling sequels. I saw The Howling Part 3 not so very long ago. It was a really terrible movie. For some reason The Howling Part 2 has never been released here in the Netherlands. While I really liked that one, it was a really cheesy 80s horror movie with Christopher Lee in one of the main characters. I still need to check out The Howling Part 4 and The Howling Part 6. Again, Part 5 has never been released here in the Netherlands, so it's quite a bit strange that these 3 movies have been released here in the Netherlands, and Part 2 and Part 5 have not been released here in the Netherlands. Next up is the original I Spit on Your Grave movie here on Blu-ray. This one has been released on Blu-ray not so very long ago here in the Netherlands. So in my opinion, this one is really worth to pick up if you like this kind of movies. Next up is a 2-disc DVD version of Ishi the Killer. Again, not a movie that gets a lot of attention. In my opinion, this movie is really, in some sort of strange way, really good and an awesome movie, and really loved the extras on the second disc, and really some strange movie you should just check out. Next up is Inside. This is also known as À l'intérieur or something. That's the French title. This one is, in my opinion, the best French horror movie of the last couple of years. Really an awesome, gory, incredible horror movie. Now next up is a Dutch sort of slasher movie from the 90s called Intensive Care. I still need to check that one out. It seems I have seen some of the trailers and all that, and it seems to be a really crappy movie, but still, because it's a movie from the Netherlands, so a movie from my home country, I still wanted to check this one out, and well, somehow I believe this one will be one of those so bad it's good movies, so I hope that will be true. Still need to check that one out. Next up is a underrated, rather unknown slasher movie from the 80s called Intruder, put out by the Mr. Horror Presents label here in the Netherlands. Unfortunately, the Mr. Horror Presents label doesn't put out any titles anymore, but this one is one of the best Mr. Horror titles out there. It's really a fun slasher movie from the late 80s, and really incredible gore, and it has some fun short character roles by Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell, and I believe the brother of Sam Raimi also plays in this one, and it's really incredibly well shot, and I only hate that the cover artwork and the trailer already tells you who the killer is, because, well, if you don't watch the trailer and if you don't look at the cover artwork, you will still not know who the killer is until, well, the plot twist in the end. So really a strange decision, in my opinion, to tell the viewers who the killer is in a trailer, but well, still an awesome slasher. If you're a slasher fan, really check out this one, because it's really an incredible movie. Next up is Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which I already talked about, and next up is It, Stephen King's classic. I loved this movie as a kid. I still think it's a rather fun movie to watch. So this was my horror collection, my first drawer. In my next videos I will get up to my second drawer. So check out my coming videos of this series.